Hello and welcome to Jumpin' Johnny Gaming Retro Walkthroughs. Final Fantasy V Pixel Remastered video is the third part of the 100% walkthrough. This video series will cover everything you need to do in the game to get every achievement or trophy. We will be getting new jobs and transportation to navigate the world map in. Head up and you will see on the right hand side two lots of mountains with a path leading up. Head up to the next short dungeon. A new enemy you can face is Gelcat. It has a move, Cat Scratch, which does considerable damage. There is two chests, and it's the only two chests in the North Mountain. There's one just on the left and down, and one further left. Another new enemy you can face is rock slugs. They can slow down your character using a move called Slimer. There is an enemy you can get some blue magic from called Headstone. In order for it to use the blue magic you want called Flash, you will want to give it an Ether, and then defeat all the enemies but the Headstone with the MP. And then when it uses Flash, it will affect all your party with darkness. It must hit the blue mage. If it misses the blue mage, it won't count. Headstones are weak against lightning. You might have to take a detour to Carwyn to heal up. Exit to the left. The warrior ability two-handed means you can use a weapon on each hand, and the monk ability chakra means you can self-heal. Exit to the top exit and follow the linear cave to back outside, and on this outside section you can face the final enemy you can get in North Mountain, the classic Final Fantasy enemy Cockatrice, which has appeared in all the previous Final Fantasy games so far. They are weak, but they can cause the Petrify status, which causes a party member to turn to stone, and it's essentially a KO. They won't get XP, and if all your party members are petrified, you get a game over. Head around the linear path and through the door in the cliff face to get to a save room, and then get ready to face a boss when you exit on the opposite side. If you're overleveled, you don't want to defeat Magissa before she summons help for bestiary purposes. Lena starts with poison, so you want to use an antidote on her, and have your white mage cast silent on Magissa to stop her powerful spells. When Forza appears, still concentrate on Magissa as she heals him, and you can confuse Forza to attack Magissa. Head around until you get the cutscene and you got new transportation. The dragon you can ride can go anywhere in the world map, but it can't fly over mountains or land in forest areas. Go to the very first location in the game, the Tycoon meteorite, and when you get there, head to the top right to access the castle Tycoon. Head to the top right corner and behind the tree head into the wall in the right hand side to access the eastern tower. Head upstairs and get the 2 chests containing cottages, stronger versions of the tent. Exit the tower and head into the main door to the castle. You'll get a cutscene, and then exit the rest area and follow the linear path, and in the pot next to the purple wizard is a hidden item. Exit the castle and head left. The guard will have moved now, and head through the top left door. Press the switch and in the room get the 4 chests. Talk to the Chancellor to access the 4th chest, and you'll get a healing staff as well. The weapons in the chests are for jobs you haven't got yet. Exit the building and enter the castle. Head up to reach the throne room and enter the top right door. Head up to floor 4 and go to the third pot on the left for a hidden item. Also, there is hidden items in the 3 pots to the right. Go back down to the throne room and down again and take the door on the right and up to a study area, and there is 2 hidden items in the pot and barrel to the right and 2 hidden items in the 2 barrels on the left. Exit Castle Tycoon to the world map and head to the top right direction of your location. You will have to go around to the left around the mountains to get there, and go to the town of Walse first. Only 1 hidden item in the town. Go to the left side and down the stairs in the water and reach the house on the left. Enter and get the hidden item from the pot on the right hand side. Silver specs are good accessories for a character, and there is new armor available in the town, not so much in the weapon side of things. In the magic shop, you do want to buy the time magic, ready for when time mages are available. Spells that were traditionally used by white and black mages. You have slow, which can slow an enemy, regen, which will make a party member heal itself a little bit every turn, mute, which silences everyone on the battlefield, and haste, which makes a party member turn to come up faster. Summon magic isn't that great, but buy it if you can afford it. But we'll only really be using powerful summon magic. But you have a chocobo, which has been a summon since Final Fantasy III, and have a small percent chance of summoning a fat chocobo. Sylph, which appeared as a summon in Final Fantasy IV, it will steal HP from an enemy and give it to the party members. And a new summon, the piranha-like Remora, which was an enemy in Final Fantasy III, and it can paralyze an enemy. Exit the town and enter the castle. Go up and enter the castle properly. Then take the top right door, then go down the stairs in the bottom right corner and get the 3 hidden items from the pot on the right, barrel on the left and crate at the top left. That's all we can get so far from the castle, as we have to face difficult enemies if we want the rest. Go back to the second floor of the castle and head up and speak to the king. Exit the castle and go to your dragon. Go up and left and you will see the new meteor that crashed, and to the left of it is the next dungeon. Before we go there, check one more enemy off the list by getting into battle by the grass area by the meteor to face a Garula, an enemy that won't fight back and will run off in 3 turns. Head left to enter the Tower of Walse. It's a one-time only location and you can't come back here after completion, so make sure you get everything. And head up the linear path to the 4th floor. 2 new enemies you can face are ice soldiers, which are weak against fire, and Ricard mages. Weak enemies but can cast a variety of spells like sleep, stop and slow. Two more enemies you can face is the Wyvern, an enemy that debuted in the original Final Fantasy and was last seen as a boss in Final Fantasy IV. A deadly enemy to face, it can use Breath Wind, which will do wind damage to all your party. And you can face Past the Souls, which can poison your party and is weak to lightning. On the left hand side is a pillar of vines you can climb up and get a chest containing a silk robe, a good armor for a mage. Exit back to the previous room and go up to the save room, and you can get a chest on the right hand side. Head up through to the linear path until you get to room 8. Head up the top left vine and climb up for a chest containing a good accessory, then exit back down the vine. Climb up the right hand side vine and get the final chest of the dungeon, and we have one more enemy that has a blue magic spell to learn, and if you want both, then go back down to level 2 and get into enemy encounters on that floor. The final enemy you need in the dungeon is the elf toad, and he has the blue magic Pond Chorus, but he only uses it if it's the final enemy. Even other elf toads has to be defeated. I always kill my monk so it doesn't counteract. Defeat all enemies, but one elf toad has to be remaining. Then it will start to use Pond Chorus, and then wait until your blue mage gets turned into a toad, and then defeat him. You might have to go to an inn or a tent outside or in the save room. Now head up to the crystal room to face the boss. The boss is a more aggressive version of the Garula. It hits hard and will counterattack any attack you will do. The easiest way to defeat it is by using a white mage to cast Silence, and a blue mage to use Pon's Chorus to turn it into a toad, and it will constantly try to heal itself, but with magic silenced, it won't, and you can easily defeat it. You can also paralyze from the whip weapon, or use the ice rod, which will break the ice rod, but instantly defeat the boss. The new jobs you can get is a new job called Time Mage. As mentioned before, they specialise in time magic. Also, they can manipulate gravity. A new job called Berserker. They're a basic job where they're in constant berserk state, so you don't control them, but they do 50% more damage. You have the classic Red Mage job, which made its debut in the original Final Fantasy and last appeared in Final Fantasy III. They can cast white and black magic, and a really good ability that you want to learn as useful for all mage builds is the dual cast that will enable 2 spell castings per go. You have the Summoner job, which made its debut in Final Fantasy III and last seen in Final Fantasy IV as Rydia was a summoner. They can use summon magic. And finally, the last new job, which is a new job, is the Mystic Knight. They use Spellblade, which uses magic, mostly black magic, to cast on their sword to use in battle. The other job crystal you can see, you can't get until much later on. If you like this video, subscribe to my channel, where there are more complete retro walkthroughs plus achievement and trophy guides, secrets and tips from the latest releases. Thanks for watching.